Hello people, it's me, Triangle Man. Do you suffer from autism? Do you enjoy watching numbers go up? Did you, by any chance, forget to take your ADHD medication? If you answer yes to any of these questions, I have the perfect game for you. Super Life RPG is a game that you've never heard of. I know that for a fact, because no one on Earth knows about it either. Despite having RPG in its name, this game has absolutely nothing to do with role-playing. In fact, you only get to choose your character's gender from the two valid choices. And you don't even get to pick your character's ethnicity, because the developer thought the savior of the world must be white. When you first launch the game and choose your character, you get to pick a class. The only ones worth picking are Luck and Nerd. Trust me, the other two are complete garbage, especially Rich. Seriously, whatever you do, do not pick Rich, it is shit. After making your choice, you get to play the game, and unless your computer has a RTX 3090, you might notice something. It runs like shit. Yes, despite looking like a toddler made it, the game is more resource intensive than GTA 5 on medium settings. I am not kidding. If you don't believe me, see for yourself and let me know how it went in the comments. If you do happen to overcome this slight issue, your grandpa will ask you to gather some eggs along with your phone and backpack. After this, you're thrown to the first proper area of the game. Sun Villa, better known as California. I am basing this on the information that portals of fire are a regular occurrence. After sleeping off the day, you talk to your dad who tells you to get a job. Like every other person in America, you're expected to join the labor force the second you're born, just to climb the corporate ladder in hopes of a better future, which will never fucking come. The only job you can land as an inexperienced, worthless sack of meat is at Slimmy Sam's, paying a very competitive $10 an hour. If I was the manager, I wouldn't be paying half of that. Now listen, I understand that employing a boy who hasn't even graduated from middle school might be considered child labor, but I want to make it very clear. I do not condone child labor. I encourage it. Listen, those sneakers aren't gonna make themselves. There are things to do other than working. For example, you can visit Sweden or visit the local gas station which will sell you cigarettes without ID. I'm not sure this is legal. I graciously donated my ill-gotten cigarettes to a small child who in return gave me his shoes. You might call me immoral for supplying a helpless child with cancer sticks, but think of it this way. I gave him weed as well. The boy gave me a great tip as thanks for fueling his addiction. He told me to try sneaking into a movie theater. Take it from me, do not sneak into the movie theater. I get arrested and branded a criminal for the rest of the game. What's interesting about this criminal mechanic is if you play as a black character, you have this effect without doing anything wrong. Yeah, you can delete this part from the video. After reaching level 5, you unlock the second area of Sun Villa. If you speak to Emily, she'll try to take your soul because she's a ginger.
Gingers have souls! He's a ginger!
Despite this unfortunate trait, I still went ahead and bought her a Nintendo Switch for $300 and got a shitty necklace in return. I went ahead and went to the bar where without ID, I was allowed to not only buy, but consume alcohol. Once again, I'm not sure this is legal. I gave the beer to Emily's alcoholic father in hopes of him laying a beat down on her later. That's what you get for giving me a fucking necklace, Emily. I went ahead and got a job at a pizza place. All was well until about 7 PM where an option to enter the basement appeared. So I went in. Instead of being sexed against my will like I expected, I ended up at a poker table. And this is how my gambling addiction began. I am not joking when I say that I lost every dollar I had. I should have known better than to play when the background music sounds like this. I discovered that my character is a genius because despite being only 12 years old, I was apparently eligible to study for an associate's degree in the Sun Villa Community College. According to Google, most people take about 2 years to earn an associate's degree. I got one in 25 days. Do I know what my associate's degree is in? No. Judging by the logo of the school, probably gender studies, which explains why despite having that degree, I'm still working at McDonald's. After leveling up a bit, I got a job working at a fire station for $0. It's not slavery, it's volunteering. Just like the children I used to make sneakers. They love it here.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片。
I went ahead and spoke to a Jewish kid near the school. How do I know he's Jewish? Well, he sold me a used computer for $2,000, which is something only a follower of David would do. I went home with my new computer, opened up Cookie Clicker and got a score of 6 million. Consider it a friendly warning. On the computer, I also discovered that instead of studying, you can just buy a degree. Now, I appreciate the integrity and validity of the United States educational institution. I got 2 masters and a doctorate in less than 6 months. While on the topic of college, I met a very nice man by the name of Kyler who was willing to assist me in my journey. Motivated by my supreme hustle, he was willing to aid me by selling various, very legal and safe to use substances. Now, I'm not saying anything, but having the only Mexican character not selling tacos be a drug dealer is just a little bit based. After grinding some more, I bought myself a luxurious house and a Tesla. Not the cool ones, but the fucking truck. Listen, they didn't have any other ones. I didn't have a choice. I hopped into my newly bought Tesla and took it for a test drive. I ended up back at my grandpa's ranch where I was informed that my grandpa was fucking dead. I looked around the area, and judging by the vast fields of agriculture and the fact paper money is worthless, I assumed that this is the former nation of Ukraine. I even found billboards confirming my theory. I visited the nearby marketplace, where I discovered that I could make a very solid investment into chickens. I ran the calculations and realized that these chickens were, in fact, an infinite source of money. I spoke to the town mayor, who informed me that it was my fault Putin attacked. After generously accusing me of ruining the entire country, the mayor asked me for a small loan of 1 million corn. Now why the fuck would I do that? After talking to the mayor, I stopped by Papa J's, a pizza place with no affiliation with another real-life business. Walking into Papa J's, they told me, don't worry, we fired him. What did they mean by this? The second I took the job, I was instantly promoted to the general manager, which meant I was about to have a racially motivated incident. So I quit. Instead, I took a job as a dog therapist, which basically means I gave them a lethal dosage of happy pills. Peter, if you're hiring, hit me up. While on a trip to the chickens, I spoke to a very convincing trader who promised to sell me magic beans. I bought some for 100,000 corn and proudly went to my uncle. Turns out, I was scammed. I paid 100,000 corn for fucking lima beans. I went to repair my broken car and realized the only repair shop in town is Carlos's auto shop. Again, just a little based. Repairing my car allowed me to boost my grind set exponentially. Instead of killing 10 dogs a minute, I could now kill 50. Instead of making 10,000 corn, I could now make 100. Instead of fucking women, I could now fuck men. Wait, who the fuck? I continued growing my chicken empire until I had it. The 11 herbs and spices. Unfortunately, I wasn't comfortable killing chickens, only dogs and other pets. So I settled for selling eggs instead. And with 10,000 chickens, I was making a 250,000 corn per day. Enough money to quit my job killing pets. But I didn't. It was never about the money. I do it out of passion. I headed over to a carnival area and saw a woman. I went over to ask her what she was doing out of the kitchen, but she gave me an offer instead. She promised if I won her a monkey, she would give me a very important item. So, I gave her the monkey, and she gave me a Game Boy. What's the importance of this item, you may ask? I don't know. Genuinely, I have no idea. I never had a quest that needed it. It doesn't give any buffs or anything. I haven't a clue. Anyhow, I discovered an underground stock market consisting of cows. What I found most interesting is that black cows were worth considerably less than white ones. So the most profitable strategy is to buy black cows and sell them once they turn white. I'm not racist, I merely strive to optimize the profit made from selling. This made me a lot of money. Millions, in fact. And with those millions, I bought a train station, which would net me between 2 to 5 million corn each day. I am now the cow of Wall Street. I traveled to Diamond Bay, where taking an Uber costs $5,000 and a hotel room for a night costs a measly $10,000. Judging by this, I knew I was in LA.
Give me money!
In this new city, I knew my $300,000 wasn't going to last long, so I went ahead looking for a job. Like most people, I ended up working for our benevolent overlord, Jeff Bezos. While looking for the Amazon compound, I ran across a church. Not just any church, but the Church of Yeebus, ran by no other than the man himself, Pete Davidson. I went to warn the altar boys about the priest that he's liking for little boys. After being told to fuck off, I managed to eavesdrop on the little shits, and the black one said he had stolen a necklace. Why the black one, developer? Turns out that somehow, someway, despite having 3 college degrees and meeting Pete Davidson, I was still unqualified to work at Amazon. So I had to settle for the next best thing, McDonald's. Now you point me to the McDonald's, which pays $4,000 an hour. After days of grinding at McDonald's, I finally achieved my goal. I was finally qualified to work at Amazon, where I wasted my life working for the mega corporation, getting back a fraction of the money made from it, being beaten down for trying to unionize with the other workers. Working at Amazon, it changes a man. I finally understand why Twitter users prefer to be jobless. Having hustled my way up from a level 1 peasant Amazon worker to a level 10 alpha Chad, I was finally permitted to work at the Amazon headquarters as an intern, with a modest salary of $67,000 an hour, which is still less than what Jeff makes in a minute. I bought a house for a modest $50 million and went to speak to the neighbors. One of the neighbors I spoke to, named Jesse, was willing to sell me an RV for $500,000. I was intrigued, so I took it. I went to the RV, took it for a drive, and ended up in New Mexico, where I met Walt. A bald man who told me about making super candy. Call me crazy, but I don't think this is so much super candy as it is crystal meth. In fact, I sold a gram of candy to Williard, who was instantly addicted, so I sold him some more. Listen, the drug trade is terrible, but it is also terribly profitable. $5,000 a gram to be exact. Feeling bad about giving an addict enough candy to overdose, I decided to repent for my sins by donating to the church. I promised that it was out of goodwill and not an attempt at laundering drug money. While doing my daily crack run, I met Luigi, who told me to jump into the sewer to find his wedding ring. So I did, and what I found thoroughly shocked me.
What the fuck?
Listen, I'm not a copyright lawyer, but this has to be illegal. Developer, if you're watching this, I commend you for your acts of piracy. After retrieving the ring, I was approached by the Chinese mafia who told me they wanted a diamond stolen. I told them that the only type of crystal I'd be giving them is meth. So instead of stealing the diamond, I went to the rap dojo where I was forced to rap battle a bunch of people, and where losing a rap battle gets you sent to the hospital. How that works, I'm not sure. Now, despite how it looks, these battles are hard as fuck. I must have lost like 80 times because the opponents are just a little unfair. The first person to take on is Lil Cowboy, who reminds me of a certain artist I can't put my finger on. After beating him, you face Bobby Q. Now Bobby here is tough as fuck. You see, despite making up only 13% of the fights, this fucker is responsible for over 50% of the damage I take. It doesn't get any better though, as the next opponent you face is Dick, who has a special ability called Get Swifty, which is always super effective and has no fucking counter. Who the fuck came up with this? If you somehow manage to get through the 5 circles of hell and reach the final stage, you'll battle Skittles, a rapper with no relation to Eminem. He has an ability called Kill Shot, which instantly kills you. The only way to prevent this is by eating mom's spaghetti. I am not making this shit up, by the way. I am dead serious. After getting my ass beat at the rap battles, I decided that maybe rapping isn't for me. So instead, I decided to continue fueling my gambling addiction. I entered a casino and noticed something different. There was a tournament sign on the side saying 250,000. Just one problem. I didn't have 250,000. So I kept throwing money at the problem. Eventually, I reached the chip limit and the game told me I had unlocked the tournament at the airport. The game was not only fueling, but encouraging my addiction. What else could I do? So I headed over to the airport hotel, where the tournament was for 500,000 chips. After losing about $3 million, I finally beat it. The next tournament was to be held when the Chinese owned the stadium hotel, which would mean stealing the diamond. I pondered for long. Is it worth risking all I've built, all I've done, all I've worked for, just to gamble more money away, likely resulting in massive financial losses and long-term issues with both health and personal responsibility? Yes, absolutely. So I got to work. To steal the diamond, I needed an impeccable plan. So I watched Ocean's 11 and got to work. Step 1, talk to Elon Musk to access the power plant. Step 2, cut off electricity in the city. Step 3, get the keys to the city from a random crackhead. And step 4, steal the diamond. Easy as that. Now, you might be wondering how I came up with that solution. I didn't. I had to look it up. There's absolutely zero indication on how to steal the diamond, and to be honest, I'm not mentally insane enough to come up with this bullshit on my own. After stealing the diamond, the Chinese thanked me for my contribution and gave me a hefty sum of 50 million. In return, I gave them crystal meth. The Chinese were so impressed by my meth that they offered to help me expand my very legitimate and legal candy operation. So I did. Instead of making 90 bags of candy a day, I was now making 1.2 thousand, or about $6 million. Funny how that number keeps popping up. After making big bags from hustling, I went ahead and continued to gamble. After wasting $10 million, I was finally allowed to compete at Sushi Castle. We don't talk about that. Listen, I might have lost about 50 million, but at least I got a cruise ticket in return. Before heading to the Bahamas on my newly won cruise ticket, I decided I would donate Mr. Musk $100 million. Instead, he gave me a mansion with a helicopter. I did the only thing a billionaire would and went to visit my good friend Donald J. Trump.
Shut up, silly woman.
Who is undebatably the greatest president of all time. And I'm not just saying this because he gave me $1 million. After getting back to Diamond Bay, I headed over to the cruise I'd won through sheer willpower and an unbeatable gambling addiction. I arrived at Pineapple Island where the first thing I was told was that my dad was fucking dead. What I noticed is that once more, the currency wasn't dollars, but instead pineapples. I went to see the conversion rate and holy fuck. One pineapple is $2,000. You know you can just go to Walmart and get one for like $1, right? I looked around the island and came across a park with an eerily similar logo. I wonder if it housed dinosaurs of any sort. I didn't know because buying the park cost 10 million pineapples, which using the 1 to 2,000 conversion rate came to 2 billion. Fuck. So I spent a concerning amount of time getting to 10 million pineapples, bought the park, and maxed it out. I still wonder how they let a 12-year-old child own a dinosaur park. Oh yeah, some of the dinosaurs require meat, which could only be gotten from the grinder, and it made a beautiful noise. Mwah. With that, I was content with the game. Meaning I realized that going through every area would make the video like 4 hours long. Time that I cannot afford. So go out, buy it, explore around and develop carpal tunnel from excessive clicking. I got my money's worth out of it, and even though the game is a complete fucking mess, it's a beautiful one. But before you do, let me drop a bombshell on you. Believe it or not, this game has an overarching storyline. What is it? I don't know, but there is a canon ending and a way to achieve it. Achieving it, however, requires a complete loss of sanity and a descent into madness. You have to overcome any boundary of sense, logic or morality just to stand a chance of getting that fabled ending screen. Just follow a guide. Trust me, without one, you will never achieve it. I'm going to show you how to achieve the true ending, and trust me, it is completely insane. If you think I'm exaggerating, I am not. Everything you're about to see unfold is in the guide, and is a necessary step in achieving the ending. Strap yourselves in, because you're about to experience a trip unmatched by any recreational substances. Complete the tutorial, talk to dad, go to IKEA and give a free sample to Sven, go dumpster diving for dead sticks, give cigars to the child, give a little boy Adderall, give soda to a gay cowboy, search the tree near the bank, traverse through a hellish maze, enter a manhole and complete the Mario segment, get to level 10, travel to North Park, talk to Stan, Colin Cartman, talk to Randy through the woods, return to Stan, return to Randy, destroy the snowman using this fucking snowball, return to Sun Villa, talk to Tucker and give him protein powder, spinach and rage bars, give the homeless man money, buy alcohol to fuel an alcoholic father, give Emily a switch, talk to Finn, dumpster dive for a drone, find a time potion in a secret school section, buy a small house, get the golden pineapple from behind the house, talk to your neighbors, extort your neighbor for money, buy a bigger house, talk to your neighbors again, show Tony a golden pineapple, level up backyard pizza to level 5, get a score of 25,000 on Space Blasters, a game with no ties to Space Invaders, get a key from a man living in the sewers, go to Spooky Town, knock on the doors to get poison, an apple and 125 candy, still 75 more candy and a tentacle, grab weed from a dumpster, give the weed for a teddy bear, give Finn his teddy bear, a video game and a blue cap. Isn't he adorable? Gamble away life savings, buy a unicorn frappe, join a pyramid scheme, gather pages, use a strength potion to break a rock, give lady her purse and cat to get access to Costco, buy her heart medication, join a reality show, steal a briefcase, give an old man the briefcase, give a woman takeout, have said woman give a total stranger dementia pills, give the dementia pills to the old people, get 300,000, use that money on a house and a Cybertruck, use a time potion to activate a race, complete the race, get a key, get a spell book, travel to Golden Springs, talk to your uncle, gather apples, steal a hammer, go shooting, only shoot red balloons to get a red balloon, steal a shed key, steal a car battery, steal a wrench, talk to Mark Zuckerberg, who is definitely a real human, do more dumpster diving, talk to a traumatized girl, head into the woods to get a USB, use the USB to get a secret ID, talk to Noah, sell your data to farm boot, check the clock tower at 3 AM, buy a house for 500,000 corn, talk to your neighbors, one of which has cancer. Rip. Talk to Doc and Dick, characters with no relation to Rick Sanchez, shoot more stuff, buy a lava lamp and a Game Boy, buy flex tape for 250,000 corn, return to Spooky Town wearing a pumpkin skin, walk through the trees to a giant pumpkin, talk to a dog for a key, enter the graveyard, enter the crypt, read the Book of the Dead, fucking die, resurrect as a ghost, go back to the graveyard, walk through magical lights, twice, give Pennywise a red balloon for a strength stone, get a ticket to the North Pole, head to the North Pole, get 5 candy canes, talk to Santa, deliver a present to Finn. Finn tells you it was a monster truck. Good for you, Finn. Return to Santa and get an intelligence stone. Head to Area 51, run into the desert like a madman. Find a Scorpio pendant behind a fucking rock. Open the gates using these passcodes. Grab an alien key and press a button. Grab a max sauce and hit another button. Fight the aliens. Steal a force word box. Enter a UFO. Talk to the aliens. Get a coin stone. Give the max sauce to Pickle Dick. Use the force word box and a pillar. Return to Golden Springs. Get a soul gem from the trader for 1 million corn. Get Grandpa's ranch for 5 million corn. Get $5 million. Buy the train station for 20 million corn. Go to the back of the ranch. Collect 3 golden mushrooms. Spot 3 birds. Pay respects to 2 graves. Give weed to another child. Talk to other children. Talk to the scoutmaster. Talk to a local sex offender who likes shrooms. Buy Papa J's mansion. Give him 4 weed. Get a shitty painting in return. Get a shovel. Find a painting in the trash. That's where this belongs. Dig up a grave for a ring. Get a shitty Art Gala invite. Put on the ghost skin. Enter Narnia. But wait, you only have 90 seconds. Buy potions. Break a barrier using magic. Run through the maze and pray you don't run out of time. Enter the portal. Give the Ice Queen roses. Talk to ghosts. Consume their souls. Run through the maze. Run out of time. Baby rage. Run through the second maze. Talk to this man. Stick to the upper right. Get an energy potion from the Fountain of Youth. Use the energy potion to get an infinity potion. Visit Spooky Town wearing a ghost skin. Do more grave robbing. Consume more souls. Not one is a ginger. Head north. Find a cauldron. Get enchanted boots. Traumatize the young child further by pretending to be her sister's ghost to get an amulet. Realize that you have to return to fucking Narnia. Go through the 7 stages of hell. Run through this hellish maze. Make it to the end the last second. Enter the castle. Talk to Austin. Get a golden egg and a ticket. Visit Click Inc. in Sun Villa. Work for them until you get ice cream. Give Austin ice cream for a pendant. Go to Diamond Bay. Talk to Red. Talk to Samurai, known from famous hit game Fork Knife. Give James ear AirPods and a laptop, steal a painting from the church, get Red's necklace, steal money, go to the docks and steal a collar and a pendant, head to the beach, steal a wine and a water bottle, give Vic weed and a guitar, talk to Amazon, give an Amazon employee AirPods, lose your mind, try to complete rap battles, finally win after 20 years, get a golden mic, visit Dubious Records, steal a pirate key, get a painting of a boat, play through another Mario section, talk to Red, talk to the Chinese, steal from Amazon, go through another fucking maze to get a golden tooth, visit Elon Musk, give Musk water, steal stuff, return Elon's laptop, return to Golden Springs, talk to Dick, shoot more things, give a guy 200 pizzas, steal a joystick from him, steal a stove from one of your neighbors, steal a flux capacitor, talk to Dick, go to the future where everything is ruined. Fucking Obama. Walk behind Grandpa's ranch, follow the magical lights, enter the Shadow Realm, sacrifice souls to receive a time stone, become black, go back to the past, find a painting in a shed, find the Libra pendant behind a city hall, head to the present, go through the trees to find a bed. No black people allowed. What the fuck? Come back as white, sleep, talk to the Tooth Fairy, return to Diamond Bay, buy a house for 30 million, go through the trees into a maze for a pirate key, enter the pirate cove for a fucking egg, talk to your neighbors, obtain the Sword of Truth, which is not a fucking sword, buy an RV from Jesse, head to New Mexico, run west like a mentally insane person for an egg, give weed and heroin to a local crackhead, turn off the power and steal the diamond, give it to the Chinese, get $50 million, sell crystal meth, take the Sword of Truth to Randy, who will now sell weed, talk to Kenny while being black, kill him, consume his soul, become a cat boy, go to the movie theater at 9 PM, get transported into society ruled by cats, talk to Claw, rip down propaganda posters, talk to the president, go to a factory and get cat food, lie to the president, talk to Joe, talk to a police officer, kill the president. I am now on a CIA watch list. Go to Washington DC, talk to Donald Trump, give him 8 eggs to get full access to government buildings, go through a maze, get an experience stone, buy Elon's mansion and a golden Cybertruck, waste 300 million getting one of each painting, give Luigi Sr. the paintings for a treasure map, travel to the map, nab a gas can, with current prices, it's worth its weight in gold, dig up a grave for another map, go to the second map, Blackwater, where the water is green, steal another gas can, head all the way to the right to get another one, rob a grave for the third map, enter a boat to the jungle, find a fountain with a key, solve a puzzle with the solution on screen, choose the fancy grail, drink from the fountain, fucking die, choose the wooden grail and repeat, go back to the past, drink from the fountain, get an energy stone, go to Diamond Bay, gamble until you win a cruise ticket, travel to Pineapple Island, get reminded your dad is dead, give beef cows to Johnny, find an alcoholic father who abandoned his daughter. Good for him. Consume his soul. Steal dino embryos. Sell them for 1.5 million pineapples. Show the pineapple to Tony. Get access to backyard pizza. Enter the sewer. Complete another fucking Mario level to get a key. Get 10 million pineapples grinding backyard pizza. Buy Mesoic Park. Fill it with dinosaurs. Catch fish for a crazy old man. Catch a shark for the old man. Catch a prehistoric dinosaur that shouldn't even be alive for your park. Enter the den at midnight. Talk to the Black Knight. Steal 2 gold bags. Open the gates, steal a third gold bag, open the gates, again, talk to the Orc Chief, cut his fucking ears off, give ears to the Black Knight for a gold bag, enter the last gate, speak to the Shadow Smith, create the Infinity Egg, and become Thanos. Buy Austin's mansion for 100 million pineapples, or about $200 billion. Realize it's made out of pure gold, realize it's still way too much, jump on the boat and head to Fire Island, where the music is most definitely copyrighted. Check the toilet for a VIP pass, check the RV for a mic. Hey, I have one of those. Speak to the cultist, go to Fire Temple, speak to the cult leader, place the Infinity Egg on the blood altar, and it's done. Jesus Christ, I need a breather. With all of that being said, I'll see you boys in the next video. Remember to subscribe, please. I put a lot of work into this video. Thanks.